Hello, everyone. I'm Natasha, and I'm so glad to have you here with me again. If you've been looking for a way to improve your English speaking and vocabulary skills while also learning something meaningful about life, then you're in the right place. Today, we are going to explore a topic that many of us struggle with: how to break bad habits. But we'll go even further by combining this journey of self-improvement with the goal of enhancing your English fluency. Imagine this: becoming a better version of yourself and a more confident English speaker at the same time. It's absolutely possible, and we are going to do it together, step by step, with practice examples along the way to help you absorb new vocabulary, improve pronunciation, and train your brain to think more effectively in English. Let's begin by thinking about what a bad habit is. A bad habit is something we do repeatedly that we know isn't good for us, but we keep doing it anyway. It might be something like procrastinating, biting your nails, checking your phone too often, spending hours on social media, or even skipping English practice. Now, let's take a moment and think. What's one bad habit you want to break? Say it out loud in English. For example, I want to stop wasting time on my phone. When you speak your goals aloud, they become real. And saying them in English helps you build fluency. Try saying your habit now. Go ahead. Now, let's move forward. Every habit, whether good or bad, starts with a trigger. A trigger is something that sets the habit in motion. For example, if you always scroll through your phone when you're bored, the feeling of boredom is your trigger. What if you replace that action with something useful, like practicing English vocabulary? Every time you feel bored, instead of reaching for your phone to scroll aimlessly, you could open a vocabulary list. Or repeat sentences out loud. Imagine saying, "Every time I feel bored, I will practice 5 English sentences." Let's try that together now. Say it with me slowly. Every time I feel bored, I will practice 5 English sentences. To make this practice even stronger, let's build a small exercise. Imagine you are sitting alone and you start to feel bored. Instead of opening your social media app, you open your notebook or just speak aloud. You say something like, "I feel bored right now, so I will practice English." Then you continue with 5 simple sentences. For example, my name is Sarah. I live in Karachi. I want to improve my English. I will practice every day. I can speak fluently soon. You can replace these sentences with your own. Practice this every time you feel bored. You are not just avoiding a bad habit, you are also building a new useful one. The key to breaking bad habits is replacing them with better ones. And the best way to learn English is through repetition and real-life use. Let's take another situation. Maybe you have the habit of sleeping late and waking up tired. This makes it hard for you to stay focused and practice English regularly. Instead of scrolling through videos or watching random shows before bed, try listening to a short English story or repeating English phrases softly. This helps train your ear and mind while preparing you for rest. For example, say before sleeping, "Tomorrow, I will wake up early. I will speak English in the morning. I am learning something valuable." You are not only preparing your brain for sleep, but also programming it to work in English. Let's do a practice activity together. I'll say a short paragraph. Then you repeat after me slowly, 1 sentence at a time. Here it is. Breaking bad habits is not easy, but I am strong. I am focused. I want to grow. I will speak English every day. I believe in myself. Now it's your turn. Say each sentence slowly, clearly, and confidently. Practice speaking them again and again. These words are not just for your English, they're also for your mind. Positive sentences build positive thoughts, and positive thoughts build strong habits. Let's talk about how the environment around us can affect both our habits and our language learning. If your room is full of distractions, it's hard to concentrate on practicing English. Clean your space. Make a small corner where you keep your notebook, a pen, and maybe a book in English. Call it your learning spot. Even 10 minutes in this space daily can change your routine. Say this sentence with me now. This is my learning space. I come here to grow. I come here to learn. I come here to speak English. Every time you sit in that spot, repeat these lines. It will build a connection in your mind linking that space to your goals. Now, let's make it more personal. I want you to think of one small habit that you can break today. Just one. Maybe you check your phone too much. Maybe you forget to review vocabulary. Maybe you speak in your native language even when you have the chance to practice English. Whatever it is, speak it aloud now. I will stop this habit. Then, immediately replace it with a new one. I will practice English when I feel the urge. Try these full sentences now. I used to waste time, but now I use my time wisely. I choose to grow. I choose to speak English. When we talk about bad habits, one of the most common ones is negative self-talk. This means telling yourself things like, I'm not good at English, or I can't do this. These thoughts become habits, and they affect your progress without you even realizing it. If every day you say to yourself that English is too hard, your brain will start believing it. But what if you could change that habit? By changing just a few words. Instead of saying, English is hard, try saying, English is a challenge, and I enjoy learning it. This small shift in vocabulary can have a big impact on your motivation and mindset. Let's do a speaking exercise. I will say a sentence, and you will repeat after me. Say it out loud, even if you are alone. I am improving my English every day. Now again. I am becoming more fluent with each sentence I speak. One more time. I trust myself. I can speak clearly and confidently. You can write these sentences down and repeat them daily. Over time, they will become part of your thinking. And this is how you replace the bad habit of negative thinking with the powerful habit of positive self-belief. Another habit that can slow your progress is waiting for the perfect time. Many people say, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll practice when I have more time. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. The only perfect moment is now, right now. While you're listening to this video is the best time to practice. Make English part of your life, not something separate. When you're walking, describe what you see in English. When you're cooking, speak the recipe out loud in English. Say things like, I am cutting the vegetables, or I am boiling the water. These are simple actions, but they create powerful habits. You are not just learning English, you are living it. Let's do another real-life practice. Imagine you are brushing your teeth. Normally, your mind is just wandering. But now, use that moment to speak in English. You can say something like, I am brushing my teeth. I take care of my health. After this, I will read one English sentence. You're turning a routine activity into a learning moment. Say this with me now. I turn small moments into learning opportunities. English is part of my day. Let's talk about how bad habits often come from stress or feeling overwhelmed. When we're stressed, we turn to easy habits like watching videos, eating junk food, or avoiding responsibilities. But English can actually become your stress reliever if you make it fun and meaningful. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through your phone, try watching a short English video or listening to an English song with subtitles. Focus on the lyrics, repeat the phrases, and try to feel the meaning. Music helps us feel more connected, and repeating the lines builds pronunciation and vocabulary. Here's a fun exercise. Think of your favorite English song. Play it softly, and as you listen, try to sing along or repeat a few lines. For example, if you hear the phrase, "Don't give up," Say it again and again. Repeat it until it sticks in your mind. Then use it in your speaking. Say, I don't give up. I keep trying. I grow every day. These short lines, repeated often, become your mental habits. And when positive language becomes a habit, you begin to think, act, and speak with more confidence. Now imagine a day where everything seems boring or tiring. You wake up late, feel lazy, and don't feel like doing anything. This is a common moment where bad habits sneak in. Maybe you skip your English practice. Maybe you eat something unhealthy. But here's what you can do instead. Pause, breathe, and say this aloud. Today is a new chance. I will take one small step. I will speak one sentence in English. Even if it's just one sentence, you are choosing growth. Say, I believe in small steps. I trust the process. I am moving forward. These sentences are like seeds. The more you plant them, the more they grow. Let's build another practice story together. You're sitting alone in your room. You feel a little bored. You think about watching something online, but instead, you decide to speak English for 2 minutes. You look around and describe what you see. There's a chair near the table. My phone is next to my notebook. The light is soft in this room. Then you talk about your feelings. I feel quiet today. I want to learn something new. Speaking in English makes me feel strong. This is a full English speaking practice, just by looking around and describing. You're not memorizing, you're expressing. In moments when you feel like giving up. When the habit of quitting knocks on your door, respond in English. Say, I don't give up. I pause. I breathe. I begin again. These phrases become your shield against bad habits. The more you repeat them, the stronger you become. Say it again with me now, slowly. I don't give up. I pause. I breathe. I begin again. Let this be your new habit, responding to challenge with calm, with belief, and with English. Another habit that holds many learners back is comparing themselves to others. You might see someone who speaks English fluently and think, why can't I speak like that? This habit of comparison can silently destroy your confidence. It distracts you from your progress and makes you forget how far you've come. The truth is, everyone has a different journey. Some people started learning English as children. Others had more practice or lived in English-speaking countries. But none of that changes your path. You are learning now, today, in your own way, and that's powerful. Instead of comparing, focus on daily progress. Say this with me. I am better than I was yesterday. I speak more confidently every day. I learn at my own pace, and that is enough. Now let's turn this into a daily speaking routine. Every morning when you wake up, say 3 things to yourself in English. First, appreciate your effort. Say, I am proud that I am learning English. Second, speak your goal. Say, today, I will speak 5 sentences in English. And third, encourage yourself. Say, I can do this. I am learning something valuable. These simple sentences can completely change your mood and motivation. They turn your morning into a moment of strength. Let's imagine another daily habit many people struggle with, wasting time. Time-wasting habits like watching too many videos, playing games for hours, or chatting without purpose. They take away the time you could use to build your English skills. But the key is not to remove all fun, it's to replace some of that wasted time with useful, joyful learning. For example, if you usually spend 30 minutes browsing social media, try spending just 10 of those minutes reading a short English article or speaking about your day out loud. Say something like, today I woke up late, but I made tea and thought about my goals. I want to improve my English this week. This is real-life English practice. It's not only about books and grammar. It's about using English in your world. Let's build a short scenario together. You come home tired. You want to relax, and usually, you would lie on the bed and scroll through your phone. But today, you make a small change. You sit down with a glass of water and speak for 2 minutes. You say, I had a long day. Work was stressful, but I'm still proud of myself. I remembered to practice English. That makes me feel strong. You didn't waste time, you used it wisely. That's a habit that builds fluency. There is another bad habit we often don't notice, being afraid to make mistakes. Many learners think they must speak perfect English or say everything correctly. But that fear stops them from speaking at all. Making mistakes is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you are learning something new. Think about a baby learning to walk. The baby falls many times, but never says, I will stop trying. The same goes for you. If you say the wrong word, if you forget a phrase, it's okay. You're trying, and that's what matters most. Let's practice with a confidence exercise. Say these sentences out loud. I am not afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes help me grow. Every error is a lesson. Every try makes me stronger. I am becoming fluent through practice. Speak these lines again slowly and feel their meaning. You are building new habits of courage, persistence, and belief. Now, let's look at another daily moment where habits are formed: mealtime. Most people eat without thinking. But this is also a chance to practice English. When you are eating, describe your food in English. Say, I am eating rice with chicken. It tastes good. I cooked it myself. I feel relaxed now. These are simple sentences, but they help you connect English to your life. The more often you speak like this, the easier it becomes to think in English. You can also describe what you're doing during chores. For example, while washing dishes, say, I am washing the dishes. The water is warm. I will finish this and then read one English paragraph. Or while cleaning, say, I am cleaning my room. I like a clean space. I feel calm when things are in order. Every small action can be described in English. That's how you break the habit of silence and replace it with active practice. Now, let's take a moment for a powerful mental reset. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, I am ready to change. I am breaking old habits. I am building new ones. English is part of my life. I am growing every day. These words are your tools. Speak them in the morning, at night, or anytime you need strength. This is not just English practice, it's life practice. Another helpful habit is keeping a daily English journal. Write 2 or 3 sentences every night before bed. You can say what you did, how you felt, or what new word you learned. For example, write, Today I learned the word confident. I used it in a sentence. I said, I feel confident when I speak clearly. I want to use this word again tomorrow. This habit builds your vocabulary and helps you remember what you've learned. Plus, it trains your brain to think in English naturally. Bad habits don't disappear in a single day. But if you replace them with small, powerful actions, you will slowly change. You will notice that you are using English more, feeling more confident, and growing day by day. Every time you choose to speak instead of staying silent. Every time you write instead of forgetting. Every time you listen instead of escaping. You are moving forward. Let's now talk about how we can create a habit loop in English that supports both language learning and personal growth. A habit loop has 3 parts: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger, the routine is the action, and the reward is the benefit you get. For example, the cue could be finishing your lunch. The routine could be speaking 2 sentences in English about your meal. The reward is the feeling of progress and pride. Let's make this a part of your day. After every meal, say something in English like, That was delicious. I feel full and happy. Now I will relax and review one English word. These small routines, repeated every day, become part of who you are. To make this stronger, let's go through a guided practice. Imagine you just finished breakfast. Now take a deep breath and say, I had eggs and toast for breakfast. The food was warm. I enjoyed it. Now I will learn something new in English. Try to describe what you ate, how it tasted, and how you feel. Speak it out loud slowly and clearly. This helps with fluency, pronunciation, and confidence. Repeat this after every meal, and it will become your English habit loop. Let's also focus on the habit of gratitude. This is both powerful for your mental health and helpful for improving your vocabulary. When you feel grateful, your brain becomes calmer, more focused, and more open to learning. Every evening, before going to bed, say 3 things you are thankful for in English. For example, I am thankful for my family. I am thankful for my healthy body. I am thankful for learning English today. Say these things slowly, with feeling. If you do this every night, not only will you sleep better, but you'll also start building a positive connection with English. Here's another simple but powerful way to break the habit of silence. Start talking to yourself in English throughout the day. You don't need anyone else for this. You can simply talk about what you're doing. For example, I'm going to the kitchen. I need a glass of water. The weather is hot today. I feel tired, but I will study a little. This is natural speaking practice. You don't need to prepare or memorize anything. You just need to observe your life and describe it. Try it now. Look around and say 5 sentences in English about your surroundings. Take your time. Speak clearly. Let's talk about phone addiction. One of the most common habits that wastes time. The next time you pick up your phone, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, can I use this moment to learn something in English? Instead of opening a social media app, open your notes app. Write down 1 sentence in English. Or repeat a phrase you recently learned. For example, say, I can use my phone to grow. I will listen to 5 minutes of English audio. Turning your phone into a learning tool is one of the smartest ways to change a habit. Let's imagine another daily situation. You are walking outside or waiting in line. Normally, people take out their phones and scroll. But instead, you decide to do something different. You look around and describe what you see in English. You say, there is a tree. The leaves are green. A dog is walking across the street. I hear cars passing. The sun is bright. This kind of real-life description builds natural fluency. You are thinking in English, not just studying it. This habit is simple, free, and available every day. Another bad habit many learners have is avoiding speaking because of fear or embarrassment. Maybe you feel shy speaking in front of others, or you're worried about your accent. But remember, everyone starts somewhere. Your voice matters, your words matter. When you stay silent, you're holding yourself back. Start small. Speak alone, then speak with a friend, then speak to a stranger. Begin with sentences like, I'm still learning, but I want to speak English. Please speak slowly. I want to understand you. These words show bravery, not weakness. Let's practice together. Say these sentences slowly and confidently. I am learning English. I am not perfect, but I am trying. I am not afraid to speak. I welcome every chance to grow. English is my voice, and I will use it. Practice these lines every day. Say them in front of a mirror. Record your voice and listen to yourself. You will notice improvement. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. Even your bedtime routine can become a time to break old habits and learn. Before going to sleep, Turn off your devices a little earlier. Use that time to speak or write in English. Say, "Today was a good day. I learned something new. Tomorrow I will try again." These short reflections prepare your mind for sleep and remind your brain that English is a part of your life. When you sleep with positive thoughts, your brain organizes information better, and your learning becomes deeper. The goal is not to be perfect, but to be consistent. One small change each day becomes a big transformation over time. You don't need to spend hours. You just need to show up daily. Speak, write, read, listen, and think in English for a few minutes every day. When you do that, English stops being just a subject and becomes part of your identity. You're not just breaking bad habits. You're building a new lifestyle. Let's finish this journey by thinking about the kind of person you are becoming. You are someone who doesn't give up easily. You are someone who knows that breaking bad habits takes time, patience, and courage. And you are someone who is smart enough to combine that journey with English learning, turning two challenges into one beautiful path of growth. Every sentence you speak, every word you learn, and every habit you replace is a step forward. You might not see the full change today, but trust that it's happening. Every small effort adds up. That's how transformation works, quietly, slowly, but powerfully. Let's imagine a future version of you. This version speaks English confidently, uses rich vocabulary, and thinks clearly in English. This person doesn't waste time, doesn't feel afraid to speak, and no longer lets bad habits control the day. You are becoming that version of yourself. Every time you replace an old pattern with an English routine, you step closer to that goal. Every time you choose to speak rather than stay silent, to read rather than scroll, to write rather than complain, you are shaping a stronger you. You are teaching your brain to choose growth. Let's do one more speaking reflection. I will say a sentence, and I want you to repeat it after me, slowly and clearly. I am stronger than my bad habits. Now again. I make wise choices every day. And again. I speak English with courage and confidence. Keep repeating until it becomes natural. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect. Just keep going. That's the real secret to fluency and personal growth. Just don't stop. Now I want to give you a final daily speaking routine to help you continue even after this video ends. Start your morning by saying, "Today is a new day. I am thankful for this chance to learn." At lunchtime, say, "I am using my time wisely. I am growing every day." In the evening, say, "I am proud of my effort. I spoke English today. I am getting better." And at bedtime, whisper softly to yourself, "I am becoming fluent. I am breaking bad habits. I am proud of myself." These routines are short, but they're powerful. They shape your identity as a learner, a speaker, and a person who doesn't give up. Now, let's imagine you are having a tough day. Maybe you made a mistake, or maybe you forgot to practice. Don't be hard on yourself. That's another habit to break, being unkind to yourself. Speak gently to your own mind. Say, "It's okay. I will try again tomorrow." Every day is a chance to start fresh. Your words have power. Use them to lift yourself, not to break yourself. Use them to create peace in your mind and progress in your language. Let's do a short daily gratitude and language reflection right now. Think of one thing that made you smile today. Say it in English. "I smiled when I saw the sunshine." Or, "I smiled when I spoke to my friend." Now think of one thing you learned today in English. Maybe it was a word or a phrase. Say, "Today I learned the word replace. I used it in a sentence. I said, I want to replace my bad habit with a good one." This kind of reflection not only builds language, but it also strengthens your memory and your mood. Before we end, I want to remind you that you're not alone on this journey. Every learner around the world faces these same struggles, habits, motivation, fear of mistakes, lack of time. But you are here, listening, practicing, trying. And that already makes you different. That already makes you strong. Keep going. Keep speaking. Keep replacing those old patterns with powerful, positive habits that include English in your life. And now, take a deep breath. Smile. Say to yourself, I did something valuable today. I learned. I grew. I spoke in English. I am proud of myself. This sentence, spoken daily, will become a new habit. A habit of self-respect and self-love. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. You are always welcome here to learn, to practice, and to grow. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and come back every day for new ways to improve your English and your life. I'm Natasha, and I'll see you again in the next video. Until then, keep speaking, keep smiling, and keep building the life and the English you truly want.